Welcome back to the final round, guys. My name is Jake, and today we're going to do a pretty quick fighter profile about former UFC Bellator fighter, um, longtime UFC veteran. He is Big Country, Roy Nelson. Um, kind of one of the most, not lovable, but very relatable, um, laid back, difficult to work with, and a number of words that can describe Roy Nelson throughout his long career. Finished with a pro record of 23 wins, 19 losses, so not a good looking record by any stretch of the imagination in terms of numbers. He's got a lot of good names on there, as we'll get to. But I want to talk about his, persona, I guess, who's this big fat guy. When he win fights, he jump up on the top of the cage and he rub his belly and he go, yeah, look at this. And he, and he was sort of a fan favorite with some people because he was a big fat guy. He didn't train out hard left some of the time, and he was drinking beers. He didn't care. He was very laid back and chill, and he won the Ultimate Fighter. He fought big fights. He never fought for a world title. Never won one. I don't know. Did he ever fight for one of Bellator? I don't think he ever fought for Bellator. No, he didn't ever fight with Bellator. He was in Bellator long. But um, it's kind of funny because he knocked out a Big Nog in 2014, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, kind of nuts. Um, but he's fought a ton of names, a bunch of legends. He's got in terms of names, pretty good looking resume. And he was he was a tough guy. Um, Yeah, he made some pretty, and he was one of those guys like Diego Brandao, who was viewed as kind of the middle class MMA guys who, you know, never won a world title, never fought for one, but still remained pretty relevant through sponsorships, through I guess sort of like where they were around regional promotion, um, and stuff, and yeah, man. Um, he was, pretty well known. Was Big Country. So let's get into his career. So he had a he actually had a fight at the ADCC Championship 2003 grappling, lost that. Made his pro debut in 2004. Got a bunch of wins. And then he fought at Bodog. Oh man, the Bodog fights. Bodog was crazy, man. Bodog. Man, Bodog was badass back in the day, man. Bodog was badass. Um, yeah. Jake Ellenberger was on there. Back then, Bodog was one of the few places that women could fight at. Back in the day, women, a lot of women were fighting. Um, a lot of women were. My Cain Velasquez was there. Mike Brown was there. Yves Edwards was there. This Bodog. That was 2006. It was a long time ago. Um, but at Bodog, let's say she lost to Josh Curran. Uh, Yeah, I don't know who this guy is, but apparently he was 3-0. Um, but he then a couple fights. He then went to IFL fights or whatever. He fought former UFC heavyweight Ben Rothwell, whose record at the time was already 23-5. Ben Rothwell finished his fighting career for a record of pretty good one actually overall of 37-14, pretty good. But lost to Ben Rothwell by split decision, and then kept on winning a bunch of fights. Defeated Brad Imes for a title there, or for defense of his title or whatever. And then He went to Elite XC and got knocked out by Andre Arlovsky, and then took on had a loss to Jeff Munson. Now, if you guys don't know who Jeff Munson was, this guy had a gazillion fights. Um, he fought at Dream. He fought at Son Goku Raiden. He fought one fight at Strike Force. Oh my God, Oleg Taktarov is still fighting recently. You kidding me? The guy's 57. Oleg Taktarov was still fighting. Are you kidding me? No. Come on, Oleg. You serious? Yeah, he fought. Okay, he fought his last fight before that was 2008 against Mark Kerr. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. But he came out of retirement. I was okay. It was an exhibition boxing fight. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. I was like, Oleg, stay the fuck retired, bro. Because I don't care about Jeff Munson. Fuck that guy. He can do what he wants. But he my bad, guys. He had a good. I mean, he had 7 fights in the UFC. Jeff Munson did. His pro record 61, 27, and 3. I mean, you put it together, that's 91 fights. 91 fights. Holy shit. Pretty fucking wild. Yeah, but and then after that loss, Big Country got the opportunity to fight the Ultimate Fighter. And he first obviously took on the legendary Kimbo Slice. What was Kimbo's pro record? 6-2. I mean, his fight with Houston Alexander wasn't really that bad of a fight. It wasn't that bad. All right, what's Houston's record? Oh my God, 17-16. Oh my God, it's terrible. Man, poor Houston Alexander. Yeah. Yeah, I keep. Oh my God, Donna 5,000. Oh no. Yeah, Donna 5,000. Oh Donna, Jesus Christ, the guy's fucking nuts. Christ. Um. Uh. Yeah. I think Ken Shamrock is pretty great. Kimbo Slice was his first win on the show. Season 10 was a pretty decent show, or season of the Ultimate Fighter. He then defeated who else on the show? Let me look. Justin Rand and James McSweeney. He pretty much just beat the shit out of all those guys, honestly. Um, who was the guy? Titty. Who was it? Something Schoonover or something. And Rampage is going, titties, titties, come here, titties. If you go back and watch that season, Rampage is the fucking best, man. Dude, I love watching him stream with all the girls now. He's still hilarious, man. I love him the best. So he then won the Ultimate Fighter finale, knocking out Brendan Schwab. Good old Brendan Schwab, who was only 4-0 at the time. Knocked him out in the first round. I think he murdered him. He then knocked out Stefan Struve. Good win. He then got thrown in against Junior Dos Santos, which I think they were just trying to fast track him to a title. I don't know if Junior Dos Santos fought for a world title at that point. I don't know if he had fought for the world title at that point. I think he. No, yeah, this was before he fought Shane Carlin. So both of these guys were on their way up. Obviously, Junior Dos Santos had more wins. He had beaten Crow Cop, Struve, Fabrizio, Gabriel. You know what I mean? But got it. And yeah, and everyone else lost to him by decision. He then came back, fought Frank Mir, lost that by decision. Then took on Mirko Krokop, defeated him by TKO in round 3. He then took on Fritio Verdum in 2012, losing by decision. Beat Dave Herman, Matt Mitrione, Chuck Congo. Then had a fight where he got his ass kicked by Stipe. He then fought Daniel Cormier. he fought Daniel Cormier at heavyweight. Back when Cormier was fighting heavyweight before he went to 205. And he lost. He lost to undefeated Daniel Cormier by decision. He then beat Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. He was able to knock him out in round one. Um, and then he had a bad. After that, he kind of started falling off the plane a little bit. Got knocked out bad by Mark Hunt. It's actually a good knockout. Mark Hunt blows him away. At the time, but it's funny. Mark Hunt was like 9-8-1. I mean, if you look at Mark Hunt's record, it's bad. It's 13-14-1. It's a losing record. But Mark Hunt is a super Samoan for. He got hurt. He got really screwed badly in many. I mean, he knocked out Sonny Bill Williams in a boxing fight a couple years ago. So good for him, man. He got screwed out of so much bullshit in the UFC. But Mark Hunt knocked him out. Oscar Overeem beat him by decision. Josh Barnett beat him by decision. He then lost to Derek Lewis soon after that. Lost to Alexander Volkov, and then left the UFC, and then went to Bellator, defeating Javi Ayala, losing to Matt Mitrione, and then losing a bunch of fights from Crow Cop, Frank Mir, Valentin Moldavsky, and then he had two bare knuckle fights at Game Bread, but hasn't fought since. So that's pretty much the career of Roy Nelson. I mean, just to go over his names, I mean, there's some good names on this list that he's fought. I mean, Ben Rothwell, Andre Orlovsky, Jeff Munson. We're going over champions. So 1, Orlovsky, Brendan Schwab, Stefan Struve, Junior Santos 2, Frank Mir 3, Burt Krokop 4, great pride champion. Verdum 5, Michelle Congo. I'm not talking about win, just fight. 6, Stipe. 7, Daniel Cormier. The Big Nog 8. Alistair Overeem, Pride Champion, so 9. Josh Barnett 10. So 10 Pride or UFC world champions. Pretty fucking good resume for Big Country Nelson, considering he was fat, slow, and didn't really give a shit according to most people. So that is the career of Roy Big Country Nelson. All right. So that's going to do it, guys. My name is Jake. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, love, all support. Appreciate it. Keep it up, guys. Once again, my name is Jake. Thanks for watching. And remember, the greatest fighters always leave it all in the final round. See you guys.